Allez, du coup, salut YouTube, c'est Cocor. Je vous retrouve aujourd'hui pour du coup un live découverte sur Chicken Police Painted Red, jeu développé par The Wild Gentleman et édité par Andy Games, qu'on remercie de m'avoir offert une clé pour tester ce jeu avec vous. C'est sorti le 5 novembre 2020, c'est un jeu solo et il s'agit d'un jeu... une aventure scénarisée dotée d'un système d'interrogatoire complexe et d'un gameplay basé sur la résolution d'une enquête. Pour la description du jeu, c'est sorti sur plusieurs plateformes. Là, on va jouer sur la version Steam, mais vous pouvez aussi le retrouver sur PS4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One. Et il y a une version aussi macOS sur, alors j'imagine sur Steam du coup. Est-ce qu'on a l'info quelque part normalement? Je sais plus où c'est censé être indiqué. Je sais plus si c'est vers le bouton d'achat ou si c'est du côté droit. Bon, c'est pas grave. Du coup, qu'est-ce que je peux vous dire d'autre sur le jeu? Donc il a des voix anglaises et une interface et des sous-titres en français. On va découvrir ça pendant 1 heure ou 2 et voir un petit peu ce que ça donne. Alors la particularité de l'univers, hein, c'est que c'est des personnages avec des têtes d'animaux. On va voir ce que ça donne. Nouvelle partie. Je mets l'écran grand. Alors je dois avoir une sauvegarde. Est-ce que je peux écraser? Parfait. Partir sur une nouvelle sauvegarde. J'ai pas regardé l'intro. Les cadavres sont plus lourds que les cœurs brisés. Raymond Chandler, le grand sommeil.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too. Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement. What could possibly go wrong?
Clawville, Rock District, l'ancien hôtel Atlas. Bonsoir.
Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
Je vais dire, le texte va vite, mais j'ai lu plus vite que lui. Parler, observer, interroger, demander.
Who is this dame, anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
Réveillon du jour de l'an, ok. Ah, ça rappelle un peu... ça rappelle un peu le début de Yakuza. Hein. Réveillon de Noël. Ah, je peux tourner. Ah, je peux tourner, donc du coup, je peux sortir de l'écran aussi. Voilà. On va ancrer.
Let me introduce myself. My name is
Je
Deborah.
mon nom est
Miss
Déborah.
Deborah Ibanez.
Déborah téléphone rose. Je suis Gérard Bouchard.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
Ah, je crois que c'est mon nom.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Philippe.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've gotta have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Ah, thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it, from the beginning.
La lecture auto. Là, c'est vraiment les jeux textuels. Hein. Le bouton skip, le bouton auto. On peut revoir l'historique aussi, ouais. Ces personnes-là. J'ai des entrées dans le codex, donc j'imagine que je peux revoir les infos qu'on m'a données. Ah, c'est vrai que c'est en anglais? Ah voilà. Les inspecteurs poulets, c'est comme les frères poulets. C'est Los Pollos Hermanos, mais en inspecteur. C'est un célèbre duo de détectives, Santino, Sonny Sutherland et Marty McChicken sont devenus célèbres grâce à une affaire que la presse a appelée le Nouvel An sanglant. Ils ont eu beaucoup de succès pendant 10 ans jusqu'à ce qu'une querelle dramatique mette fin à leur légende. Il existe une série de romans à leur sujet écrite par Meredith H. Marble. 10 livres ont été publiés sur 7 ans avant que, par manque d'intérêt du public, la série ne disparaisse, comme les inspecteurs poulets eux-mêmes. 3 dieux sont vénérés dans la plupart des régions de la contrée sauvage. Ce sont les grands anciens qui forment la Sainte Trinité de la création, la destruction et le silence. Areti est la déesse de la création. Plapti, le seigneur de la destruction, et Nzé est l'esprit sans genre du silence et du néant, garant de l'équilibre entre la création et la destruction dans leur conflit éternel. Ouais, via l'intro, on avait l'impression que c'était un peu les ambiances Beastars, à savoir des carnivores et des herbivores qui finalement vivent dans la même ville. Ça reprend un peu ces concepts-là. Cloville est une ville-État depuis plus de 900 ans. Lors de la fondation de la ville, 4 nations ont réuni leurs forces, représentées par 4 silhouettes d'animaux, et leurs 4 mains sur le blason de Cloville. En réalité, l'alliance tribale des reptiles et les clans des insectes éminents avaient également joué un rôle crucial dans la fondation de la ville, mais ils n'ont jamais pu être représentés sur le blason. Il a donné naissance à un antagonisme politique et culturel entre les espèces. Cloville a conservé son autonomie politique et fait perdurer le rêve d'un état unique dans la contrée sauvage où prédateurs et proies, quelle que soit leur race, peuvent vivre en paix, d'où son nom de ville aux 1000 couleurs. Alors je pensais que ça serait des entrecollexes liés à la personne que... Ah bah oui, que j'ai rencontré, mais il y a aussi le lore. Voilà. Déborah Ibanez, espèce Impala, un Neperceros melampus. Attends, on se croirait sur sur We Were Here. Femelle. Particularité belle et fragile, rien de spécial. Alors, ils me disent Impala. Alors, moi, je dis, c'est bien, au moins, ils me donnent des espèces. Comme ça, si j'ai des doutes sur ma connaissance des animaux, ça va le faire. Mais moi, je m'attendais à des moutons, chèvres, tout ça. Qu'est-ce qu'un Impala? Ah, c'est un genre de biche, de gazelle. Une espèce de mammifère faisant partie de l'ordre des artiodactyles. Précisément de la famille des bovidés. Ah, ça ressemble à une gazelle, quoi. On va voir la page Wikipédia. Ensuite. Voilà, de la famille des antilopes. Voilà, il m'aurait dit une antilope, j'aurais compris. Il ressemble aux cobs, aux gazelles et cerfs, mais ce n'en sont pas. Bon, c'est une antilope. Je savais bien que t'étais une antilope. Fou personnel, elle fait des commissions pour son employeuse, une femme raffinée, mais je crois pas qu'elle vienne d'un milieu aisé. Ok. L'hôtel Atlas, bah c'est là où je vis. Un bel endroit autrefois, désormais, on se demande simplement ce qui sera le premier à moisir. L'hôtel a de l'avance, mais honnêtement, je ne suis pas loin de le rattraper. Hashtag je suis vieux. Les stats. Comment je quitte là? Ok. Bah on va continuer de discuter. Est-ce que je peux le réobserver parce que j'aurai d'autres infos?
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
Je peux pas
I
remonter
think
déjà
it's time to dig a little.
Please.
Attends.
That's better. Now, if I understand
Ah, ça me
correctly,
rajoute tout,
It's a
voilà.
very strange matter.
Ok,
I
c'est
think
bon.
it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
En fait, on rejoue tout le dialogue.
Please. That's why I'm here.
Après, on peut accélérer. Nouvelle fonction, interroger. Que faisiez-vous la nuit du... Pourquoi êtes-vous là? Concentre-toi sur ce que tu sais du suspect et ce qu'il ou elle a l'air louche. Concentre-toi là-dessus. Ça, c'est nos infos sur le suspect. Bon, on sait pas qui c'est. Ce type a l'air suspect, je dois me concentrer là-dessus. Mes impressions, il est suspect. Jauge de détective. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Tant de possibilités. Me concentrer sur le fait qu'il est suspect. Ah bah d'accord, mais c'était le tuto. Fallait que je lise.
This
Bon.
dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I can scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
Faut y aller mollo. Qui êtes-vous? Ah oui, donc oui, c'était la description de elle, ok. Déborah Ibanez. Faut que je sois prudent et que je joue fine, cette femme a l'air timide, je peux en tirer parti. Je dois faire attention à ce que je lui dis, il faut pas l'effrayer, ouais c'est ce qu'il vient de dire en fait. On va commencer doucement tout ça. Jauge de détective, on ne sait pas trop. Bon, il y avait les instructions mais je les ai jamais lues, parce que je savais pas qu'il fallait lire. Moi je pensais qu'il fallait cliquer sur les trucs et faire des choix après.
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
Nouvel indice. J'accède tout ça, incertaine. Vous n'avez pas l'air confiant, vous êtes sûr que ça va? Dites-moi dans quelle catégorie êtes-vous? Bon après ça va, hein, c'est des questions... On va les simuler incertaine, voilà, je la mets en confiance.
You're not very confident. Are you sure you're all right?
Yes, excuse me.
Un petit verre.
I'm just a bit nervous. I've never done anything like this before.
Breaking into the apartments of strangers isn't that big a deal. Some people do it as a hobby.
Please don't make fun of me, Mr. Featherland. This is hard for me as it is.
Et coucou Cabotin. Comment ça va?
You're right. Sorry.
Si je fais échappe, j'ai accès à... Oh mais je quitte l'interrogatoire? Non, je sais pas. Quel est votre signe astrologique, ma jolie? Je suis un peu en retard, mais je suis là. Ça va bien et tout? Bah ça va bien. On
Did you
attaque.
come alone? All by yourself?
I took the subway, then the tram, and then I walked. It wasn't easy to find this place, and to be honest, I had to be discreet.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm starting to get the picture.
This is quite unpleasant for me.
Apeuré.
Were you born and raised in Clawville?
Salut Bichette.
Why do you ask?
Parce que je te mets en confiance.
I couldn't think of anything better.
Well, I'm not from around here. I'm from Grassmore. Maybe you could hear I have a slight accent. Do you know where it is?
Dans la prairie.
Where what is?
Grassmore, of course. You just asked.
Oh, that. Don't worry about it.
Ça ne
I'm not
m'intéresse
interested.
pas.
Huh. Do you like to play with other animals?
Tout à fait. Je dirais à côté de la ville.
Oh, for the wild ones. Am I that transparent?
I'm afraid so.
Well, I'm a little rusty, it seems. Let's change the subject, shall we?
Ah, je suis à -20. Annick. Bon.
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
Faut que je clique dessus,
My
je prends l'auto.
employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
Est-ce que c'est un chat? Est-ce que Natacha est un chat? Il faut appeler Natacha un chat.
How so?
C'est bien un chat.
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere.
Ah bon?
We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
Je cache quelque chose. Est-ce que c'est pas un peu trop frangeux ça?
What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Oh, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Someone reliable
Well, I am reliable.
and discreet
That's
Je suis très
right.
discret.
and thorough
No question about that.
and has a heart of gold.
Oui, j'ai un cocor en or.
Okay, let's stop it right there.
Comme si vous ne m'aviez jamais vu, d'accord, comment ça? Je ne peux pas accepter votre affaire, non, passons à l'affaire suivante directement. Il n'y a plus les questions d'avant, bon on va essayer...
Are you in some sort of jam?
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left unsaid.
Ah si,
Then you're wasting my time.
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
Yeah, and I have no other choice, right?
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland. Not really.
Featherland, je comprends presque Vanderlyn, ça me rappelle les souvenirs. Ma jauge est bien remplie.
Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino, I'll explain everything.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other. If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
But, Mr. Featherland...
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm way too old for this game.
Please, just think again. For me and my mistress's sake.
Bon, on est obligé de la poser celle-là. Ah, moins 40, il va falloir peut-être pas la poser celle d'avant.
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to
Merde.
that?
Ah mince, c'est comme... c'est comme The Good Place, on peut pas dire d'insulte, du coup on dit merle.
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
Patin de merle. En plus sur Twitch on n'a plus le droit d'ailleurs, donc... voilà, ça ira très bien. Glitch.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Smart answer. Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him,
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
En interrogatoire. Ah, ça devrait être dingue, hein. Ah, 4 étoiles quand même. Flic correct. Question posée 11. Précision du focus 60%. Ah ouais, donc faut que j'arrête de poser des questions un peu pourries quand même. Hein. Ça, c'est un vrai équipier. C'est pas pareil comme au vieux temps, mais t'es encore dans le coup, le vieux coq. On est encore sous les plumes. Indice important. La tendre moitié de Natacha, l'employeuse, n'est autre que le célèbre criminel Ibn Wessler. Ah, on peut réessayer et essayer d'avoir un meilleur rang d'interrogatoire. Ok. GG. Ah merci. Bon, c'était le tuto. Bon, on sait qu'il y a des questions qu'on les a posées, on se demande un peu pourquoi. Et le jeu nous l'a bien fait comprendre. On va continuer. On va pas viser le 100%. Hein. Ok. Les indices. Les victimes, une femme, est la cible de menaces étranges. Elles sont toutes écrites. La patronne de Mademoiselle Déborah Ibanez, la mystérieuse messagère, est une certaine Mademoiselle Natacha Katzenko. C'est le même indice, ok. La tendre moitié de Natacha, l'employeuse, n'est autre que le célèbre criminel Ibn Wessler. Et la peur, elle est mystérieuse, ou elle est juste mystérieuse, mais elle a des sacrés talents d'actrice. Dans tous les cas, je suis sûr que tout est vrai dans ce qu'elle m'a dit. Sa patronne a renforcé les rangs d'Ibn Wessler pour employer un euphémisme. Et ça explique le nuage de peur qui entoure Mademoiselle Ibanez. Natacha Katzenko, chat, ça je connais. Particularité, ses yeux sont d'un vert profond, elle est clairement en danger, et moi aussi d'ailleurs. C'est l'employeuse de Déborah, elle prétend être victime de menaces. Actuellement la concubine du célèbre gangster Ibn Wessler. Ça explique beaucoup de choses, notamment la discrétion excessive. Hobart Ibn Wessler, un rat mâle, beau, charismatique et surtout une saleté de gangster. L'un des gangsters les plus connus, peut-être pas reconnus, de Cloville, magnat de l'immobilier, directeur de banque, propriétaire d'un musée, producteur d'alcool, contrebandier, coursier en information. C'est que la moitié de tout ce que j'ai entendu sur lui. Il est impliqué dans tout ce qui touche la pègre dans cette ville. J'ai rien compris mais ça a l'air cool. Bah je viens de tout expliquer. Je peux pas faire mieux. Je peux pas faire une meilleure synthèse que ce qu'a fait le jeu là. Prairie City est un pays de savane. Était l'une des colonies de Cloville pendant 2 siècles. Avant de gagner son indépendance en 792, Prairie City est majoritairement habitée par des espèces d'animaux exotiques, herbivores et paisibles. On s'en doutait. Descent Corp. Et du coup, on sait pas trop ce qu'on va faire. Je peux continuer de lui parler. Parce que là, je l'interrogeais finalement.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints. You know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555 111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
J'ai un inventaire. J'écris avant le résumé.
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
Je suis le coquelicot. Merci, monsieur Kamata. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ah oui, c'est que c'est au verso, d'accord. Okay. Je disais, mais pourquoi c'est une affiche et là j'ai une lettre?
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly.
Bon Dieu.
Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Mr. Featherland?
Je suis en mode...
Ah! Santino, are you alright?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't...
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
But...
All right. When can I visit?
Visit? Me?
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko, but there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Un lapin? C'était un lapin. Natacha doit connaître ma femme. Ah mais c'est sa femme, ok, j'avais pas capté. Ou peut-être qu'elle a de très bons informateurs, je dois trouver quel est le lien. Je trouverai Natacha au Xar. Lewis C. A. Ross. Un lapin. Particularité, un vieil ami, il bégaye beaucoup quand il parle. Le lapin blanc. Le Xar Club, l'un des nightclubs les plus connus en ville. Cet endroit est fréquenté par les jolies poupées et les gros durs. Il est de notoriété publique. Les policiers n'y sont pas servis, sauf les plus corrompus. Ok. Le téléphone... Ah, faut que je l'appelle Lewis. Le numéro de Lewis, c'est 555-932. Ah, alors attends. Hein? Non, faut pas que je fasse... Ah, ça fait tout seul. C'est ça qu'il fallait tourner avec la souris. Quelle époque. Et voilà. Comment on valide? Elle nous la touche pour appeler.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
Allô? J'entends pas bien Lewis.
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
Faudrait que je vois qui est la voix de Sony du coup. Pile de papier. Ah oui,
I don't
de
even know what
paperasse.
these papers are. I promised myself I'd write a novel one day.
Un whisky.
Every whiskey has the same color nowadays, at least in this price range.
Flingue. Mon magnum.
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
Les mains sur la tête.
My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal. My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real, the badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine, so I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes, just in case.
Je suis un vrai policier.
Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has. I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink.
Ah, tout
I
fouillé,
don't
tout
even know
fouillé.
where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever.
Pratique. Ah, on y voit mieux là. Un peu plus clair. Ouh, alors plein de choses. Oh. Comment un souvenir douloureux pour moi.
The Wild Gentlemen. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground. We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight.
Castor.
M.B. Davis,
MV Castor.
the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants.
Le port. Bon vieux temps.
The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes.
Je pensais que c'était une photo de classe au début.
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life, before Molly left me and took our daughter. I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here whether I like it or not.
On a fait le tour. Je vais interroger.
The good old rabbit. I can always count on him, even on New Year's Eve. Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Marty! Mes objets.
I haven't dusted you off in a while, partner. Looks like I may be needing you now. Ironic, but ever since I've been on furlough, with only my fake badge sitting in my cabinet, I feel more like a cop than I ever had before. More like a Clawville cop, anyway. Oh man, I totally get you.
Type de scène. Scène principale. Les scènes principales font progresser l'histoire. Ces scènes déterminent également les lieux qui sont ouverts ou fermés. Elles doivent toutes être complétées. Si vous voulez finir le jeu, scènes limitées. Les scènes limitées sont disponibles pour une durée limitée, déterminée par la progression dans l'histoire principale. Si vous avez du jour à tout compléter, assurez-vous de toutes les voir avant de passer à la prochaine scène principale. Scènes bloquées. Les scènes bloquées ne sont pas disponibles pour le moment. Ce statut changera fréquemment selon la progression dans l'histoire et peut-être temporaire et ou permanent. Je vais laisser la prochaine scène principale si vous êtes totalement sûr de ne plus vouloir visiter l'une des scènes limitées disponibles. Vous pourrez peut-être pas les voir ensuite. Ok. Carrie Shale. Il a fait quoi du coup? Parce que du coup si je... Ça zoom à l'infini là. Alors je vais tomber. Le poste de police, mais y'a que ça. Apparemment. Ah bah j'ai quitté avec clic droit.
Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
Ah oui c'est la chambre, c'est pas la sortie. Ok. Bon apparemment j'ai pas trop le choix hein.
It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same. And the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. The 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
Chapitre 1, détour. J'imagine c'est en anglais. Détour.
I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
Release! Il a fait... Ah, d'accord, il a fait Sherlock Holmes dans Crime and Punishment. Ah oui, mais nous... Attends. Non, Crime and Punishment, on l'a fait en anglais. Putain, mais j'ai pas reconnu. La voix de Sherlock lui-même? Oui, il a fait Sherlock Holmes dans Crime and Punishment. Ok. Ça, j'ai pas reconnu. Après, il date un peu. C'est ça que la voix est fait un peu plus grave, de ce que je me souviens. Je le déteste. C'est tout. On ne saura pas plus. Ah, parlons-lui alors.
Phyllis and Roy's. Two hedgehogs with an
Les
arrogance
hérissons.
typical of novice cops. They're as prickly as they look. Officious little shitheads, but harmless.
Bizarre. Pourtant, c'est bizarre, c'est pas Sony le hérisson. Il a fait aussi du Cressidus et Perceval. En Perceval. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Ah, j'ai pas fait le 2. Attends, parce que j'ai pas réussi à tout
Bullet
lire.
hole in my crest is worth more than these two combined.
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching at over here? I heard the big boss threw you out.
C'est pas être pratique pour les vêtements si à chaque fois ils sont percés.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bud. By the way, you're on luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
Les troupes dans le premier Killzone.
Ah, you got it. You looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As always.
Stand de tir.
Hey, Royce, I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
I'd love to see that.
Royce est raciste, est-ce qu'il se moque des personnes de couleur? Ce qui doit pas être beaucoup le cas ici.
Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
Voiture de patrouille.
Back in the day, I used to patrol the city's streets in one of these. I don't miss it, but it used to have its advantages.
Trop causé par des balles. Petite affiche. Et le chien. Et un chat, pardon. La couronne pour le roi. Nous avons besoin de vous. We need you. Protéger et servir.
Every time this poster disappears, good old Blood Boil puts it right back immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the Chief.
Alors ça, est vraiment connu. Au pire, Lego Marvel et Lego Incredible dans Star-Lord. Et voix additionnelle.
I'm sure it's Blood Boil himself taping back the torn-off posters, like some maniac. He must have a dozen of those things in his bag for emergency.
Je veux juste revenir en fait.
This happened when that old bloodhound, Blood Boil, was promoted to Chief of Police. Here we are again, Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult's secret hideout over the years. Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some drunk pigs in the basement.
Ah oui, il est sur un garde à vue. Des porcs. Monica. Bonjour Monica. Ah, le fameux blason de la ville. Stand de tir. Agent Jardine. B-O-S-C-O. Mort. Comment ça, mort? Il est mort, oui. Ah, je t'en ai un chat.
Monica Rosen. Receptionist in theory, but in reality, she's doing literally everything around here. Like the beating heart of the PD. She's too good for this place, even for this city.
Ça parle de police department.
Hey, Monica.
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be celebrating somewhere?
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a little busy right now.
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken himself. Those two prickly assholes told me he's emptying the magazines in the hole.
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there. You know how this day is for him.
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Il va fallu parler apparemment.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
Demander. Je peux demander quoi? Ah, plein d'infos. Est-ce que vous connaissez Natacha?
Natasha Katzenko. Interesting name. Is it real or just an alias?
It's supposed to be real, but who knows? Good question.
We have nothing on her. She's either clean or uses a fake name. Maybe both, but I don't think so. Aside from that, everyone knows what I know about her. Singer, star, the #1 babe in this town, so to speak.
La minette.
Thanks, little bird. It's something.
Glad I could help.
Ok, bon, est-ce qu'on parle à tout le monde? Ah, mort, son nom est sympa, j'ai envie de lui parler.
Mort Mardigan, a notorious deadbeat. Poor guy's been
Qui est cool,
blind since his
lézard.
teenage years. But that doesn't stop him from running into trouble. What the cluck did he do this time? Mort, you scabbiest beast. What the hell did you do?
Morty to you, sonny boy. Everything's fine. There was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and someone got knocked on the head with a glass. It wasn't my fault. I'm as blind as a bat, am I right?
Petit accent allemand. En autre voix, je sais pas si tu l'as déjà vu, j'ai beaucoup de chargement. Ah, ça déconne le stream? C'est pour ça qu'il y a pas vraiment de... Enfin, il y a le transcode, je crois. Shai Matheson en Marthe. Il était sûrement plus familier. Ah, après les noms, je les connais pas. Puis les voix anglaises, je ne sais pas. Non, c'est chez moi. Ok.
Did that ever bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy. Go tell them to leave me alone, eh? It's New Year's Eve, after all, and I didn't even do anything wrong. Not that wrong.
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that little pimp of a midget still sniffing around you?
Jeff is a good boy, Sonny. And he's good to me, believe me.
Oh, God, spare me the details. When will you finally realize that little shit's been using you?
Oh, of course he's using me. What could a pretty boy like him want from this old monster, eh? Still, Sonny, I have no one else. You understand that, don't you?
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible, even for yourself. Are you feeling okay?
Well, I'm not what I used to be. But neither are you, judging from your voice. But I'm seeing a doctor, sonny boy. I really am. Are you?
Il a fait Cyberpunk, Battlefront 2, Assassin's Creed Origins, The Witcher 2. Ok. L'armée, ce que j'ai fait, c'est tout en FR, donc bon. Je vais pas trop croiser.
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something, don't even think about taking it.
I don't talk to that insane owl.
Hibou.
Damn right.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay? I really don't have time for this detective buffalo shit.
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo Malloy is the chief today.
Like I care.
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay? You don't need this shit, and I don't need it either.
Sonny boy, you've always been a good friend.
My friend. C'est ceux qui jouent avec Moment au Battle Royale. Friendly,
Like a
friendly.
closet pigeon.
Je veux voir la Jean Jardine.
Officer Jardine. They say she's clever, smart, and dangerous. We need more of her kind in here.
On peut pas parler à tout le monde. Ok.
This is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand, and I was bleeding. I don't know how we can get past that, but it's worth a try.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette affiche? Beware.
Long thighs and a big gun. That's Marty's idea of a perfect woman. Can't blame him for it.
Je veux dire, je le mets dans le noir. Le même interrupteur.
Marty looks good. Big and loud and angry as always.
Jules de Jong qui fait Natacha. Jules, Jules de Jong. Beaucoup de voix connues en VO. Ok. Bah tant mieux.
Hey, Marty.
Oh, well, look who's here. Hello, Boss Bird. What, are you lost? This is the PD building, you know?
Cut the shit, Marty. We're better than this.
Well, at least you are. Better than anyone, huh?
Marty, come on, let's forget that. What's past is past.
Easy for you to say, Sonny.
Damn it, Marty, you shot me, remember? I almost bled to death.
Hell yeah, I remember. Unfortunately, my aim wasn't good enough.
I need your help, okay? That's what you want to hear.
Well, it's a start.
Okay, I've said it. I won't do it again.
Yeah, right.
So, are you in? Just for tonight. Small case. We'll wrap it up in no time.
What kind of case?
A personal one.
How personal?
Very. The kind of case where if you come with me right now, you're not on duty anymore.
Ooh, damn, Sonny, stop it right there. I'm in.
That's it?
Do you know how boring life is here without your stupid, reckless shit? Soon enough, I'll shoot all the ammo in here out of boredom. Right, so, tell me, what's it about?
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case. You can't bring your shotgun, okay? Bertha stays.
La grosse Bertha.
Okay. But at least Susie can come, right?
All right, Susie can come.
That's what I want to hear.
J'aime bien ce fond cuir. Ça sent le cuir ici. Voilà, 20 000 entrées dans le codex. Toujours plus d'infos. Ah oui, toujours plus de gens aussi. Bosco. Ah oui, on l'a vu, mais on lui a pas parlé. On dit qu'il pourrait dévorer tout ce qui lui barre la route. C'est pour ça qu'on l'a surnommé Gueule d'Acier. Bosco Relinadas dit Gueule d'Acier, le chien. C'est pas mon chien. Zip. Un raton laveur. Un vieil ennemi qui est devenu un bon ami avec le temps. On l'a vu où, lui? On sait pas. Qui nous en a parlé? Le commissariat. QG de la police. C'est appelé le hachoir à viande, un grand bâtiment sombre peuplé de personnes louches, et je parle pas seulement de celles qui sont enfermées dans les cellules. Ok. On est parti? Ou faut que je reparle?
Hey, Marty, what about Laura? How come she didn't eat you yet?
Yeah, very funny. We're good, by the way. Mostly. As good as we can be after all these years.
Glad to hear it.
She asks a lot about you.
Vous m'avez dit qui pour lui? Enfin, moi, ça me dira rien de toute façon.
Really?
Yeah. She always hated you for getting me into trouble all the time.
Understandable.
But she also felt sorry for you.
Ah, well, thanks. That's much better.
If I'm honest with you, she loved the chicken police, Marty, better than this one.
Well, I think I'll take that as a compliment.
Whatever, Sonny.
Maria Kane dans Just Cause 2 et 4, Star Wars Battlefront 1 et 2, Quantum Break, Anno 2205, 2070, The Crew, Omerta. Oh, Omerta, j'ai fait ça. Mais je sais pas si c'était des... Non, je crois que non, c'était des voix françaises. C'était que Remember Me, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Mirror's Age, Face. Tris Merigold dans le premier Witch. Ok. Ouais, peut-être que j'ai croisé, mais on va faire. Ok. Bah du coup on repart.
Still drink coffee?
Du
Yeah,
café.
my only poison. Except for guns, of course. And women.
We could visit our old haunt. What do you think?
Oh, a nice cup of Zips coffee and the hop dog. I'm in. Oh, and maybe we'll get into a little fight too, huh?
If it comes to that, I'm leaving you without a blink.
Oh yeah, like last time?
Those were different times, Marty, with a different Sonny.
Well, all right. To the city then.
You don't have to come with me, you know.
Okay, I know. Let's go. Sonny, there's a little problem.
Not so little, and it smells, too. What the furry hell is Blood Boil doing here?
Well, it seems we can't avoid speaking to him.
Oh, yes, we can. You have your rifle with you, right?
Sorberta.
What?
Just kidding. Sort of.
Oui, on entend plus en VF qu'en VO souvent, mais c'est des voix qui nous marquent, qu'on arrive à reconnaître. Ok. Ah, merci Ximzi pour le raid. Bienvenue à toi et tes 15 viewers. J'espère que vous allez bien. Alors, comment ça s'est passé sur Kingdom Hearts? As-tu quitté l'île du... Je sais plus comment elle s'appelle d'ailleurs. Est-ce que tu as quitté l'île du début? Ou est-ce que tu es allé plus loin? Mon chat qui va pas jusqu'en bas. J'espère que vous allez bien. Nous, on découvre à l'île des Saints. J'ai hésité à dire ça en plus, mais c'est bien ça en plus. Ok. Et coucou Ikari, coucou Yotimitsu. Du coup, on est sur la découverte de Chicken Police, un petit jeu d'enquête. Qu'on a attaqué il y a 1 heure à peu près. Merci Psycho Jace pour le follow. Bienvenue. Coucou Whisper. Coucou Crowy. J'espère que vous allez bien. Et du coup, on sait comment s'appelle l'île, mais on sait pas s'il l'a quitté en fait au final. C'est à lui que je dois parler? Ah oui, c'est le chien, le grand chien.
The chief doesn't seem to be in a good mood, but he never is actually.
Il est où le pilou? Ah bah il est par là-bas. Ah, il a quitté l'île. Il est où le chocolat? Bah le chocolat j'en ai plus, je l'ai fini, hein. Va falloir m'en offrir. Je crois que j'ai plus rien en vrai. Ouais, je peux trouver des pépitos. Ça marche des pépitos. Il faudrait que je mange quelque chose de plus conventionnel. L'aventure commencera vraiment la prochaine fois, ouais j'imagine. Et oui, je n'ai plus de chocolat. Terrible.
What a surprise.
Oui-moi des boîtes.
Two pigeons back together. And without my permission, of course.
C'est ça. Hop. Ouais, je l'avais fait le Kingdom Hearts, mais il y a... Il y a peut-être un peu moins de 20 ans. Faut que je le refasse un jour.
Chief Blood Boil.
Dans notre jeunesse, à l'époque où on n'était pas vieux. Quand j'étais jeune, c'est ça.
Damn. What was that, Santino?
Nothing, sir. What a lovely evening. Am I right?
I don't want to hear your crowing, Santino. What the hell are you doing here?
Cocorico, comment ça?
Hey, 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 careful with the racist barking, old hound.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. Can we just skip this part? It's New Year's after all.
And you're on duty, if I'm not mistaken, Martin. Where do you think you're going?
That's it, boss. To serve and protect. Sonny was in the neighborhood and stopped by to say hi. He's a cop too, right?
Only on paper, and you know that very well, Detective.
I don't want any trouble, boss. I just wanted to say hi to Monica, and then this feather pillow showed up. I invited him to grab a quick coffee. You can allow him that much, can't you?
Petit café.
Your coffee breaks usually end up in shooting or brawling, chickens.
Comment ça?
Oh, just a coffee, boss. I swear. Oh, have a heart. It's New Year's Eve, and I haven't seen my old partner for so long.
How touching. You shot him with a shotgun, if I remember.
Family quarrel.
For all the marrow bones of the world, get the hell out of my sight.
Have a lovely evening, boss.
Ah, des bisous.
You especially. Fuck off right now, Santino.
On s'en va, hein. On va aller boire un café. En fait, t'es toujours jeune et le plus important, tu sais toujours faire des oh. Ah bon? À ce qui paraît, je sais faire.
Do you remember when they changed the old coat of arms and we used it as target practice?
I remember Blood Boil catching us and almost suspending us because of your stupid shit.
My stupid shit? I remember it was your idea. And you were drunk as hell.
Goret.
Yeah, and I remember you... Now shut the fuck up.
Du coup, on a deux nouveaux lieux.
Avoid speaking with the chief first.
Hein?
And it would be nice to say goodbye to Monica too.
Oui, on a parlé au chef, mais il faut parler à Monica.
We're leaving, sweetheart.
Cocor, on en veut toujours en Cocor. Ville coquin. Oui, moi j'ai des sons rétro. Et qui arrive.
Stay safe, boys. I'm glad to see you two together again.
I'm afraid you're alone with that.
Hey, don't make me change my mind.
You won't, Marty. I bet you can't wait to get mixed up in some serious trouble again.
Yep, that's true.
I'm serious, boys. Be careful out there.
Marty, c'est un peu la tête brûlée, hein.
We're big birds, Monica. We can take care of ourselves. Mostly.
Toujours là pour la déconne.
Okay, but take care of each other too.
Will do, Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
On peut y aller? Oui. Du coup, on a une enquête temporaire là-bas. Ah bah on en a même plusieurs en fait. Je peux retourner à l'hôtel Atlas. Le Hop Dog. Ah oui bah là c'est le club où on doit aller, on est censé enquêter mais il faut qu'on aille boire un petit café. Super important.
The hop dog was like the last warning. You can still turn back. My eyes lingered on the sign. An enormous dog. Like a neon god with limitless power over cheap hot dogs, plastic hamburgers, and watered-down coffee. The cold light called me, but I didn't want to get out of the car. If we went in, we were all gonna be pancakes, kept together by cold syrup. Marty's worried look shook me out of my reverie. Oh, cluck. Was I talking to myself again?
Ça. Qui c'est? Une fourmi? Ah non, une mouche. Ah, je prends l'argent.
Hey, pal. Can you hear me?
Apparemment non. Si je prends... J'ai de collection. Play in the soup. Chicken Police Story. Collectible. La ville. La ruche. Attention! Ça sert pas de burger? Ah non, ça sert pas d'insectes.
Of all that's furry.
Is this still a thing?
The situation's getting even worse, Marty. Have you heard how the young mothers of the Cobbler District are forced to make a living?
I have no idea what goes on in the hive, Sonny. I don't think I want to know. But you're still gonna tell me, right?
Je viens de penser à un truc assez cocasse. Je suis dit dans une ville où il y a des animaux herbivores et carnivores qui vivent en harmonie et dans la paix. Dans quel genre de resto vont manger des poulets? Et je me dis, bah les poulets, ils vont manger plutôt finalement du légume. Ça les dérange pas. Les carnivores c'est plus compliqué, mais bon, les poulets eux ils mangent du maïs. Donc ça le fait. Mais où est-ce qu'on trouve du maïs? Au KFC justement. Qu'est-ce qu'on sert au KFC?
Prostitution is the lesser evil. What's worse is that some folks have to sell their kids when they're still larvae.
Wait, what? Why?
They pay a hefty sum for each of them downtown. They sell them as gourmet food in the most expensive restaurants.
Et coucou Malus, comment ça va? Là j'ai des problèmes de co, je sais pas d'où ça fait. Bah apparemment... Ah mais non mais oui, monsieur Cabotin, oui. Ah oui, vous êtes la même couleur. Ah bah je ne sais pas, monsieur Cabotin. Je disais que Roy a aussi des soucis comme monsieur Cabotin, mais non, apparemment. He's okay.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Qu'est-ce que tu racontes de beau Malus?
We made this
Vous
city,
racontez tous de
Marty.
beau.
Clawville didn't do this to itself. Don't ever forget that.
On va rentrer, hein. Il y a des tomates. Du coup, on mange quoi? Du porc? Ah non, c'est des pancakes. C'est vegan, ça.
Ugh, the place is deserted.
Peut-être des œufs.
Poor Zip.
You're right.
Yeah, the guy's middle name is bad luck.
That's for sure.
Un ration. Bah, ça va bien en plein dessin. Est-ce que tu dessines de beau? Est-ce que tu racontes de beaux? Réponse. Hein? Réponse Malus. Comment ça? Tu racontes Malus? Nouvelle overlay. Ok. C'est pas clair. Petit café froid. Play with me, baby.
Hello, boys. Now, get the hell out of here while I'm asking nicely.
D'accord.
Hey, is that how you greet two old friends?
Peut-être que le café, on devait le boire au fameux lieu tenu par le chat. La chatte. Ah d'accord, ok. On va raconter quelque chose de beau, tu réponds Malus. Mais c'est pas un objet.
Hey, I'm not joking, Sonny. I got a shotgun under the bar.
No, you don't, because if you had, we'd arrest you here and now.
If there's still life in you when you're full of buckshot.
Ah, it's going well so far.
We're just here for a coffee, Zip, okay? Like old times.
C'était bien là pour le café.
Nothing's like old times. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah,
J'ai plus
as
les
a matter
clients.
of fact, it's quite noticeable.
Shit. All right. And where'd you blow in from?
We haven't been anywhere yet, but we're going somewhere.
Everybody's going somewhere, right?
Tell me, how much do you know, Zip?
That depends. How deep is it?
Bottom of the well kind. Goes down around Ibn Wessler.
Holy hell! Wessler? You've dipped your wings in deep shit, boys.
Ah, là, ils ont bien dit merde, par contre. c'est The Good Place, mais pas trop.
If you've got anything on him, don't keep it to yourself. We'd be grateful.
Grateful. Maybe you're not gonna trash my joint this time, huh? You know, Ibn's acting strange nowadays. He always believed that if you want something done, you do it yourself. That's how it was for years anyway.
Ça pourrait en être un.
And?
S'il n'existe pas, il faut le faire.
But now, he left his real estate, the fish racing clubs, the casinos, and the bars to his right-hand man, Mongrel Mick. And ever since, he's been kinda weird. Bottomed out, brooding in the seediest joints of the city. Nobody ever knew him to be like this. Weird, huh?
T'as regardé tout The Good Place? Je sais pas, ça fait un moment que je passe plus trop sur Netflix ces derniers temps, je sais pas si j'ai regardé la dernière saison. Dépend de combien de temps elle est sortie.
Yeah, weird. Do you think it's about a lady?
It's always about a lady.
Well, there is a woman,
I knew it.
but not like you think.
Is this gonna cost much?
Only a favor, like the good old days.
Okay, I'm in.
Je pense que tu saurais si tu avais vu la fin. Donc, du coup, je pense que j'ai pas vu la fin s'il y a eu une saison finale. Je pense que je l'ai pas vu, j'ai dû m'arrêter à l'avant-dernière peut-être. Et du coup, autre chose à faire ici?
The door didn't look like this last time.
Yeah, because last time you tore it out and beat that baboon with it.
Le babouin.
Oh yeah, I remember now. So that's why Zip remodeled the whole place.
Pas bu notre café, on va prendre le café froid qui est sur le comptoir.
He had to. We didn't leave much of it standing.
If I didn't know how nice we are, I'd almost hate ourselves.
Welcome to the club, partner.
Bon, ça nous notre café là. On va demander un café. Je peux pas demander du café. Vous voulez qu'on fasse un service, c'est ça? Il nous a dit quoi? Peut-être leur
That
parler.
Natasha's a mysterious woman, a real cursed jewel if you ask me. She came out of nowhere 2 or 3 years ago and landed on the stage of the millions almost immediately.
Is that so? Interesting.
Yeah, she's got a fantastic voice, makes men go crazy. But we all
I can imagine, yeah. Since then, it operates under the name the Czar Club, right?
The old click is still clicking, right? Yeah, the club was renamed and remodeled. Everyone knows she was Ibn's lover, but she's not your usual canary. She didn't get involved in Ibn's dirty dealings.
Un café. Ça y est, j'ai retrouvé la co pour le moment. Ah,
Then how exactly does she fit into the picture?
Check this. A few months ago, the old rat pulled out of his own businesses and gave control to Mongrel Mick and his mob.
Mongrel Mick? Doesn't sound familiar.
Mick the Marauder, ring a bell?
Damn, that little monkey came this far?
I think that little shit took advantage of Ibn not being himself.
Which has something to do with this Natasha, right?
That's my guess.
Thanks for this straight dope, Zip. We owe you one.
One? You owe me the price of a new coffee shop, remember?
Okay, okay. Whatever you need. Just call us.
I cluckin' will.
Thanks, pal.
Hey, I'm not your pal, Marty.
Le café froid.
The highlight of my day.
Yep, I can smell it already. How does he make the coffee here so special?
Look at that mangy trash panda and tell me, do you really want to know?
You're right.
As always.
He sure didn't get any younger.
Or prettier.
You think he's still mad at us?
Frankly, Marty, I don't give a damn.
M'en fous. Il manque des infos sur lui.
So, Ibben's gone insane.
Love will kill you in the end, they say.
Seems like everyone's in a poetic mood today.
You're one to talk, by the way.
Huh? Why?
Après, c'est juste que je pense lui demander toutes les infos que je peux. Parce que là, le lieu, il est toujours marqué avec le sablier. Ah, le poste de police est marqué aussi comme lieu. Ah, il y a toujours le sablier, ouais. C'est juste qu'il faut que je lui pose toutes les questions. Pour que ce soit validé. Ah non, je peux pas quitter. Hop. Droit par erreur.
Have you ever been to that place?
Coucou Atil. Salut les poulets. Ça vient par ici. Bah ça va tranquille et toi? Un petit tour au KFC. Ah non, au café.
Of course, 100 times. Everyone who matters in this city's been there. Sorry, guys. But then, it had a different name and a different owner.
Business affairs, right?
Yeah, that was the dark era, Sonny. I don't want to talk about it.
Roger that.
Bon, on va peut-être pas tout faire les dialogues. Ça, c'est réservé à Whisper. Et bonsoir Tyracus, comment ça va? Je l'ai pas vu encore. Non. Tu es au début du jeu ou ça fait un moment que tu y joues? Bon, on y est depuis 1h20 là, à peu près, un peu moins. Bon, après, on n'a pas fait grand chose. Hein. surtout ancré dans l'univers. Du coup, on va aller directement au Zor. Hop. Et ça va tranquille. Ouais, je l'ai commencé ce soir.
Midnight had
Je découvre
passed,
juste.
and the intoxicated madness kicked in. We could only crawl along Shalva District's main street toward downtown. The city's heart beat differently. Ancient buildings were defaced by neon signs and billboards, like half-drunk lovers on a fine leather sofa. Great old houses neighbored by garish modern blocks. A place that makes the head hurt. The Tsar's huge neon sign was visible for miles. A blazing red sign advertised tonight's main attraction, the amazing Natasha. Cops were never welcomed at places like this. I hoped we were too late for the show. We had to be inconspicuous, but it was never easy with this bird mountain by my side.
On va l'impression au bout d'une heure, on n'a pas fait grand chose, on va dire. Bon après on n'est pas obligé de, a priori, de parler à tout le monde, on n'est pas obligé d'aller dans tous les lieux, d'aller à tous les endroits, il y a moyen de se concentrer uniquement sur l'histoire principale, mais là c'est vrai qu'en une heure, bon après c'est un jeu d'enquête, hein, c'est un jeu narratif donc forcément, il n'y a pas beaucoup d'action. Pour le soir après c'est sympa, un côté ambiance, mais ça a l'air long, il y a l'air d'y avoir de quoi faire. Le don de trouver des jeux que personne ne connaît. Bah si, moi j'en ai parlé sur mon Discord, il y en a qui connaissaient.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't mean that they don't like foul here.
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective, Boss Bird.
Very funny, Marty.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember? But first we need to get into the club. And Marty, please, don't monkey this up.
Excuse me? On behalf of the well-respected and noble primate community of Clawville.
Excuse me.
Cut the crap, Marty. Let's focus on what we're here for, okay?
Ah bah voilà. Quelle idée. Quelle idée de pas être sur mon Discord.
As you say, Boss Bird.
Une belle voiture. Tiens, Lewis, qu'est-ce qu'il fait là? Ah bah oui, bah, il a ramené... Il a ramené la gazelle. Ah, apparemment, il est occupé. Je peux pas lui parler.
Hey, that's your old friend, right? Wait, what was his name?
Lamar.
Lawrence?
Non, c'est pas le bon jeu.
Lamar? No, Liam.
Lewis. Yes, it's him.
Lewis.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not all there in the head.
Cet homme a molesté un bol de soupe.
Nobody's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit, I wouldn't be here today. I'll never forget that.
Should I thank him for that?
Or kill him for it.
You're reading my mind, boss.
Et le videur. Il a pas l'air commode.
Jeez, look at that guy.
That's not a guy. That's a demon. Straight from the dog-eared pages of a cheap detective novel.
Avec les pages qui sont cornées.
Yeah, I bet his name's Bill.
Nah, he's definitely a Bob.
C'est un Bob.
$5 for Bill?
Okay, I'm in. Howdy, pal.
On dirait les moutons de Yakuza. Il va m'endormir.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful, chilly night?
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
My apologies, but I don't remember ever seeing you gentlemen here before. May I...
Stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah, I know exactly how this works. So what do you have to do to get in?
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you on the list?
The list? Yeah, I've,
don't tell me you forgot.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs. In that case, you can't come in.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
Demander des infos. Je lui montre mon insigne de police. Alors je crois qu'il fait qu'on se fasse discret. Hein. Est-ce qu'il y a un autre moyen d'entrer ailleurs? Si on vient accompagner.
Honestly, I think these types of women only see faceless tuxedos, cufflinks, and wallets. And in the mirror, they're just brooches, necklaces, and earrings.
Don't be so radical, Marty. They're women. They live by different rules.
That was kinda deep.
It's not. Just bullshit. There's more where that came from.
Ooh, teach me, master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize none of it is worth a damn thing.
Wait, that was deep again, right?
Maybe it was, Marty. Maybe it was.
Amazing.
Incroyable. J'aurais parlé plus de l'autre, de l'employé, que de Natasha. Mais oui, s'il peut vraiment nous faire entrer. Mais attends, on pouvait pas lui parler tout à l'heure.
Sonny, my dear friend.
Petit lapin.
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner. But I'm sure you already know.
You have no idea happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
Non.
Lawrence? Anyways, so, the legendary chicken police back together? Isn't it amazing news?
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're just here for the entertainment. Or something like that.
I see. Well, that's a shame.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my pal, but I'll try to make it for the main event.
Okay then. Catch you later, pal.
Ça m'est pas rentré.
Whoa, look at that. Isn't that the new...
It is, Marty. A brand new 942 Silver Hawk. Haven't seen such beauty since I left Iveria.
Of all that's furry, whose is it?
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's. I guess he's no paper tiger.
Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who drives around in one of these. Lucky bastard.
That fella's built like a brick shithouse. I don't think we'll be able to just sneak past him.
C'est un indice.
Wanna bet?
Not today, Marty. Remember, we must avoid suspicion.
Ah, okay. No trouble. I get it.
Je suis venu avec Bertha.
It's okay, Bertha. Maybe next time.
On avait dit qu'on l'emmenait pas.
What was that?
Nothing. Just the wind.
Did you bring Big Bertha with you?
Gods, no. What are you thinking? What idiot would bring a shotgun to a club?
Toi.
Was that a rhetorical question?
One day, neon signs will cover the whole world, I'm telling you.
You read that in some kind of science fiction book?
No, it's just what I think.
Oh, so you have your own thoughts now. The world's really moving forward.
Pluck off, Sonny.
Je prends le journal. J'ai trouvé les noms. Tu aimes bien ce genre de jeu, point and click enquête? Bah j'avais fait toute la série des Danganronpa dernièrement. Voilà, non, toute la série, j'avais fait le 1 et le 3. Et j'avais fait les Chevaliers de Baphomet, le premier, le deuxième et le cinquième, je crois. Si je dis pas de bêtises. Et ouais, j'avais bien aimé. Mais après, j'en connais pas plus que ça. Où est-ce qu'il faut que je parle au videur? Je vais juste demander des infos. Signe de police, je pense que c'est la Pyrénées. Et Lewis.
Say, big guy, you know Mr. Lewis Hayworth?
But of course, Mr. Hayworth is an impeccable gentleman, and also a frequent visitor of
Oui,
the
c'est que c'est pas
club.
moi.
Is that so? Good to know. And?
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
Monsieur.
Just one more thing. This list of yours, where should we sign up again?
I'm afraid if you don't know, it's not my place to tell you, sir. Excusez-moi, the regulations, you know.
You hear that, Sonny?
I do, Marty. I do.
I'm gonna lose my crest from this guy. Just wait.
Just don't get too excited, Marty. Not tonight. Anyway, thanks, pal.
Alors, ça me dit pas comment je vais rentrer. Et en fait, l'affiche est un passage secret.
You know, seeing this, I can't wait for the show.
Un accent français, le book, oui.
The girls. Have I asked
Ah,
how
mais je clique
Laura's
trop
doing?
vite.
The girls.
New Year's Eve's once a year, right? And we're not on duty.
Have I asked how Laura's doing?
Whoa, hey, I was just kidding, okay? My relationship with Laura is unwavering, like the rhino beauty on this picture.
Interesting taste you've got.
Feathers, scales, or dermal armor, a lady's a lady, my friend.
Thank the wild gods for self-sacrificing gentlemen like you.
Ça me dit pas comment je vais rentrer. Alors après j'ai des objets en inventaire, mais bon, à part braquer le videur, on va essayer l'insigne hein, sinon. Hein.
Ironic, but ever since I've been on furlough, with only my fake badge sitting in my cap.
Est-ce que je peux l'utiliser? Non, je peux pas l'utiliser, mais je peux demander.
Look, I really don't want any trouble, but...
It is even more inconvenient for me, sir, but this place doesn't like coppers. Forgive this slang. I can't let just anybody in, and there are some I am strictly forbidden to. Please, you have to understand.
Listen here, you cow. Do you have any idea who we are? You ever read the papers?
Of course, I know who you are, sir. I read the news and more, and I must admit it's an honor to meet you in person, Mr. Santino Featherland and Mr. Marty Machikin. The Bell of the Pantheress is one of my favorite books.
Oh my god, not the books again.
So it would be terribly inconvenient for me if I had to use force.
C'est pas pourtant qu'il va me faire passer.
What did you just say?
Relax, Marty. This guy has chicks like you for breakfast. Thanks for the information, pal. Have a nice night.
Thank you for understanding, gentlemen. And forgive me for my austere composition.
No problem, Shakespeare.
Peut-être falloir que j'aille ailleurs hein, pour trouver les infos ou un nom. Ah, maintenant il sait qui on est, donc finalement. Est-ce qu'on va avoir trouvé, est-ce qu'on va devoir trouver quelqu'un qui va nous faire rentrer finalement? Trop bizarre pour moi ce jeu. Qu'est-ce que tu trouves bizarre dans ce jeu, Whisper? Dis-nous tout.
Let's not bother her.
Okay, boss.
On va peut-être essayer d'aller ailleurs. Hein. Qu'est-ce que j'ai dans mon carnet? Pas de nouveaux indices. On a le videur en personne? Non, on l'a pas. Je ne le vois pas. C'est quoi l'autre lieu qu'on avait? On a le poste de police qui est marqué dans les... Après c'est censé être optionnel les autres. Est-ce qu'on avait quelque chose à faire de plus au poste de police pour pouvoir passer? On va parler aux deux personnes qui... On était obligé de parler pour pouvoir partir, mais du coup... s'il y avait une autre personne à faire... Parce qu'en revenant au poste de police, maintenant que je sais que je peux pas rentrer, je pourrais avoir accès à des infos ou des choses. Oh, j'aime bien la voiture. C'est perturbant surtout quand tu n'as pas suivi le début. Il y a un truc avec les têtes des gens là, j'arrive pas à mettre le doigt dessus. Il y a une madame chat. Ah finalement j'aime bien ce jeu. C'est bon, Wispy aime le jeu. Je sais pas du coup. Bon, on va aller voir au poste de police vite fait.
Look at these two simpletons.
They don't even realize their jackets are full of holes.
C'est vrai.
For the wild god's sake, don't dare tell them.
Je vais pas tout à l'heure.
I already tried, but nothing happened.
On est arrivé en Belgique.
Figures.
Est-ce que vous pourrez nous aider?
Hello, gents. Everything all right?
Aye, everything's just fine, Sonny. Well, look, the chick police are together again. What a time to be alive. Am I right, Royce? You're right, Foss.
Hey, that reminds me. Look at what I found under my coat. It's Her Majesty Big Bertha in the flesh.
Arrange ce fusil.
Whoa, 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 don't shoot. We were just joking, okay? We don't want any trouble.
Yeah, I was just joking too. I'll never get bored with these two. They're so cute.
I wonder why they thought you would shoot at another cop.
Hey, it's just happened once, okay? Am I right, boys?
C'est pas faux.
You're right, Marty. And we all know it was an accident.
See?
Facile de s'habiller quand on est un porc épic, c'est vrai. On avait pas parlé à BOSCO. La zone des bureaux qu'on n'a pas fouillé. Il nous faudrait un mandat.
I see you're swamped, buddy.
I've sent the old lizard away. I don't need him to foul the air anymore. I hate his kind anyway.
Well, because he's a reptile.
No, because he's a good-for-nothing piece of shit.
No, yeah, that's true.
And you letting off some steam?
Something like that. We'll go and check out some seedy joint. We're cops after all, ain't we? And this is still Clawville.
That's true, pal. Protect and serve.
Il a les bras bien poilus. J'ai souvenir. J'ai souvenir que Crowy aimait bien mes bras poilus, mais que pense-t-il de ceux de Bosco? Il est B-O-S-C-O. Ah, c'est bizarre, c'est pas Cabotin qui l'a fait, mais je crois qu'il a réagi tout à l'heure.
Get a room, you two.
Ah, shut up, Marty.
Bon, allons voir les bureaux. C'est les bras de Cocor dans le jeu.
Maybe next time. I'm not in the mood to meet any of my ex-colleagues right now.
Donc on peut pas aller là-bas.
What is it, Santino?
Nothing, sir.
And you need something, Martin?
No, sir.
Then get out of my sight, birds.
Ok, il peut pas nous voir, on a compris. Blason de la ville qu'on n'avait pas vu.
Did you ever notice how much bigger the lion and the fox are than the other animals?
You know, maybe all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others.
Huh. So that's why our king's a fox and not a sheep or a bird, right?
It's maybe a little late, but you're starting to get it, detective.
Le renard et le lion, et derrière, c'est quoi? On voit pas trop. Ah si, oui, on voit une grue, je sais pas quoi. Un oiseau. Un oiseau à long bec. Ah oui, le mouton il est tout petit. Et derrière, c'est des fleurs, on sait pas trop. Des feuilles. Ah, est-ce que Monica va pouvoir me donner une petite assistance logistique
Hey, Monica. Remember that invitation from the other day?
Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry, Marty. I'd love to, but I've got a lot of work to do. You know how it is. Please tell your...
Okay, I understand. No problem.
Oui, Carrie. D'accord.
We'll meet at the annual party anyway, right?
Yeah, that's true. I'll tell Laura.
Pas grand-chose, pas grand-chose. Il faut venir avec de l'eau.
Do you still drink that garbage?
Hey, it's not garbage, okay? Allegedly, they've used it as medicine once, if you must know.
C'est quoi, l'eau ou l'alcool?
Yeah, once they used to heal with bloodletting too, Marty. Don't believe everything that's on these labels. You're not a little chick anymore.
Il faisait les méchants avec moi. Fais quelque chose. Oh, je m'occuperai de lui demain à 22h. Je le rendrai un peu plus docile. Oh, il est trop fort, c'est un cadre d'or. Tout le monde l'adore.
Okay, Dad.
Ça fait des rimes. Oui, papa. Tu peux m'entraîner au stand de tir? Faire un peu d'action. Ah oui, ou pas. Linda.
Hey, there were 4 weapons here. Where are the others? You're not bringing them with you, I hope.
Oh, we're going to a bar, aren't we?
Yeah, that's the point.
Salaud ordure. Oh oui, occupe-toi de moi. Mets-lui la misère dans la cuisine.
And?
Ça parle mal.
A buffalo killer and 2 handguns? We're only there to sniff around, not start a goddamn war.
Ah oui, mais on peut pas entrer.
Yeah, war, bar, what's the difference? And it's frickin' New Year's Eve, right?
Of all that's furry, you know what? I don't even care.
That's the spirit.
Je peux l'expliquer comme je veux. Ah oui, là j'avais les armes et là j'ai entraînement au tir.
I was just about to go when you came in, so if you want shooting practice, maybe turn on the lights first.
Oui.
You're right. I'm gonna do that.
On s'entraîne à tirer dans le noir. Non mais allume. Comment ça obtient un indice? Comment ça obtient un indice? Vise les ennemis avec ton pistolet et évite de tirer sur les otages. C'est simple comme bonjour. En tirant sur les ennemis, tu augmentes tes points et le temps restant. Mais si tu tires sur les otages, c'est l'inverse. À toi de voir. C'est le moment de faire feu. Mais choisis bien. Bah, si coup, tu devras recharger, comme dans les westerns, mais plus vite encore. Ça va rappeler Revolver à Tiflorg. Ok. Je vais prendre mon tapis de souris à deux mains. Genre, je dois te stocker, te traquer, te dépecer. Ah bon? C'est des repas originaux. Ils sont où les modos? Ah les modos, ils sont loin. Ils sont pas trop là. Bah go. On va voir comment on s'en sort. C'est quelle touche pour recharger par contre? Je serais tenté de dire le clic droit. Il était différent des autres. Ah, ça c'était un otage par contre. Ah, il est apparu sous mes yeux, il s'est jeté sous mes balles. Ah, lui, il a l'air vénère. Ah, attendez, je recharge. Ah bah, raté. Oups, ah bah deuxième. On voit bien que c'est la deuxième que je lui mets. Hein. Un réflexe. Ah bah lui, j'en ai déjà mis une. Ah, non. Est-ce que je perds encore plus de points si je vise l'inferne? Mais... On recharge. Ah, 2120 points. Ah, Marty a fait mieux, apparemment. Hein. De 10 000 points. Ah, je vais réessayer. Bonjour. Ah, poussez-vous, madame. Ah, chargé au pire moment. Ah. C'est Babar. Pas tirer aussi vite qu'on clique. Il y a un petit cooldown. On appelle la cadence de tir en général. Ah, vous avez de la chance, je rechargeais. Bonjour. Ah, ça a l'air mieux quand même côté score là. Sûrement parce que j'ai eu un peu plus de temps. On doit vraiment pénaliser, ouais. Les otages. Ouais, j'ai tendance à cliquer trop vite. Ah, succès déverrouillé, tireur d'élite. Combien j'ai fait? 9490. Eh ben, je suis pas trop mal classé. Je suis deuxième. Alors Marty est meilleur que moi, mais il est plus jeune. Hein. Moi, j'ai perdu un peu de ma vue et tout ça. Retourner au menu. Quitter le stand de tir. Ah oui, le menu du stand de tir, ok. Très bien. Bon, bah, on va ressortir du coup. Parce qu'on aura rien d'autre de particulier. Hop. Encore le nouveau Luke. Bah, faut que je te parle, Moubot, you. Whisper qui essaye d'attirer Moubot mais qui n'y arrive plus. Il vient au pire moment, Whisper. J'avais même pas vu. En même temps, un éléphant ça tombe énormément, donc c'est normal que tu te trompes, c'est vrai. Bah, je pense qu'on va repartir, hein. L'autre, je sais pas, on lui avait parlé du bar, mais est-ce qu'il... Oh, demandez. Poste de police. Le hot dog.
I see blood boils here. We're in deep guano for sure, Marty.
Deep guano.
Isn't it your lucky day, huh? Are you thinking about some stupid shit again?
We? Excuse me, sir, but what do you mean?
Great wilderness. Just keep a low profile, will ya? It's New Year's Eve. We have enough dangerous lunatics running around already.
Don't worry, Chowhound. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, of course you do. That's what I'm afraid of.
Après, il disait que les lieux temporaires, c'était que des lieux qui allaient disparaître si on avançait dans l'histoire, mais c'était quand même nécessaire d'y aller pour... mais pas de tout faire, mais nécessaire d'y aller pour avoir des infos ou des items, j'imagine. Donc on va visiter le lieu qu'on n'est pas allé voir, on verra si on trouve quelque chose de particulier pour nous aider. Là-bas, il y avait le café qu'on était censé boire, mais qu'on n'a jamais bu, finalement. C'est pas clair. Presque numéro 1 jeu. Merci.
I see your cleaning lady died.
Yeah, she set foot in the bedroom once. I haven't seen her since. I didn't dare to go after her.
Je posais la chercher.
Oh, I wouldn't want to go in there either. But what's that smell?
C'est un corps.
Cigarettes and whiskey.
Yeah, with a hint of dirty laundry, but no, this is lavender?
Ah, that. Now that's got to be the Ibanez dame.
Ibanez.
You know, the broad who gave me the letter. And the job, obviously.
Ah, pretty, huh? I can smell it. She's an exotic, too. An impala, maybe?
Je crois que c'est ça, oui.
Furry hell. That's why Chief Inspector Bloodboil hates you so much. He's jealous because your nose is better than a clucking bloodhound.
The bitter old dog. He just hates all foul.
C'est pas comme les chats.
True. Except for Monica.
Monica is a fairy, not a bird.
J'ai jamais reparlé à Monica, du coup.
What now?
Well, let's gather my stuff and head to the club. We gotta find out who this Natasha is and what she wants from us. I mean, what she really wants.
After you, Boss Bird. I wouldn't like to touch anything in here anyway. If it's okay, I'll just stand around and stare out the window.
Techniquement, j'ai déjà récupéré les affaires. J'ai récupéré le flingue et l'insigne qui m'a pas spécialement servi, finalement.
Sure, just do it quietly. I'm gonna clean up here one day.
Est-ce qu'il y a d'autres choses qui n'étaient pas dispo avant? Le placard dont on n'a jamais la clé.
Just a bunch of useless crap in there.
Je pense qu'on aura rien de mieux.
It would be best to board it up. It'd go well with this rundown neighborhood.
It may be run down, but somehow I still feel like it's honest.
Sure. You could live in Cockroach Town. That's an honest place, too. Has a similar stink.
Believe me, Marty, I thought about it.
Why am I not surprised?
Ouais. Là, ça m'avance pas beaucoup. Je peux faire que les flèches. Bon, on va retourner voir si j'ai loupé un truc, mais bon.
Look, Lewis, that bouncer over there.
Tout simplement.
Well, yes. He is a bit intimidating, but his manners are impeccable. Am I right?
C'est vrai qu'on a parlé à Lewis, on a reparlé au videur de Lewis, hein. Il nous a dit que c'était un homme respectable et tout, donc voilà, on va lui demander de nous faire rentrer en fait, peut-être. J'espère.
Yes, indeed, but it seems tonight we're not on his list.
Même tous les soirs, je pense.
Oh, I see.
S'il vous plaît, Lewis, faites-nous entrer.
Oh, I get it. You'd like to go in, but he won't let you.
Yeah, something like that.
No problem at all. Come with me. I'll talk to him.
C'est Lewis.
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse me.
Ah, jeez, what the hell's wrong with you, Marty?
What? Did I say something wrong?
Je vais te laisser, Cocor, des bisous. Bonne fin de live. Merci d'être passé. Enfin, merci d'avoir été là, Ikari. Passe une bonne fin de soirée, une bonne nuit. Et à très bientôt. Des bisous. Bon, bah, on va en parler au videur. Parler, tout simplement.
Sir, how'd you do?
Moi aussi, Cocochou. Je te garde sur une page. Sur une page A4. Ou un écran tout entier de Cocor. Oh. Bah, du coup, bah, passe une bonne soirée aussi, Ximzi. Tu vas faire du... Ah oui, du DBD. Ah, bon courage.
Everything's fine, Mr. Ayworth.
Qu'est-ce que vous en pensez du jeu pour l'instant, même si bon, vous n'avez pas vu grand-chose?
Good. Look, this noble pair of pigeons are my friends. They're on the list, okay?
Naturellement, sir.
Naturellement.
And as for you, you owe me one, gentlemen.
DBD.
Thanks, old pal.
It was my pleasure to help you, as always.
La porte.
The jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilt whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me. No matter how alien I felt, it was strangely like coming home. Welcome to the Tsar. Well, here we are.
Mother of...
I take you to the nicest places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Don't even think about it.
Ah, men these days. So, we're here to find a dame called Natasha.
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
Just like always.
No, Marty, not like always. This time it's for real.
Petit renard. Mec renard. C'est un mec. Oh, il bouge à 360. Ah non, presque. Oh, un gros chat.
This guy is certainly not a gangster henchman.
Of course he's not.
Chat. Regardez-moi cette bouille. Ça pourrait être un gros criminel notoire, mais qu'est-ce qu'il est mignon. Petit renard.
A fox is a wolf who sends flowers.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it somewhere.
Fascinating. I didn't know you could read.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
Diffuret.com. Le grand chevreuil. Voilà, c'est Beastars, ça y est. Le grand cerf. Bonjour. Vous êtes à peu près, monsieur. Le cheval. Un whisky de qualité. Qu'est-ce qu'il me veut, lui? Pourquoi vous me regardez comme ça?
Hey, there's Filmar.
C'est Filmar.
Who? Oh, yes. Filmar. Because that's what he calls himself, right?
Cette tête. Il est pas bizarre, ce jeu, Wispy. Tout va bien. Bon, chelou quand même dans ce jeu.
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia, way before Clawville. Another place and another life.
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Ah bon? Donc ça vient de moi.
Yeah,
ah bon?
It was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to.
Ah, je peux noter aussi que le fond des textes était en cuir. Ça n'a pas de prix. Et je peux lui parler ou pas? Oui. Je veux voir ça, entendre sa voix.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
C'est pas ce à quoi je m'attendais.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Phil Marlowe.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with a Feather Pillow Mafia is a turkey, right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was young.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fart.
Vieux père, comment ça?
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little clucked tonight.
Ah mais c'est vrai? De quoi donc?
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a good old-fashioned beating?
Ah oui.
We stick out? Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an electric pole.
Ah oui, que c'est du cuir. Le fond de boîte de dialogue, c'est ça.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs. Angelic voice, demonic eyes, just the usual.
Oh boy.
And you?
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here. If I'm not mistaken, the joint is hers.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation. She's not the kind to toy with, if you know what I mean.
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Philmar.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal. We'll be back.
Toi qui aimes bien lire Whisky, tu vois, il y a beaucoup de choses. On ne fait pas tout. On pourrait voir les descriptions de tous les personnages, de tous les lieux, de tous les bouteilles de whisky. Pas de whisky. Est-ce qu'on parle au barman ou à la serveuse? Certes.
She has pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to be prejudiced.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember?
J'ai vu que c'était un lapin au début de jour. C'est vrai qu'il fait un peu la caisse d'épargne. Hein. Elle fait un peu la caisse d'épargne, la serveuse. Elle fait un peu Didi. Bon, allons voir la scène. Elle est vide.
I was hoping to have missed the main event.
You're a rusty old cock, that's why.
So says the little butt jam.
But what? That's not even a word.
It is now, all because of you. You should feel honored. Butt jam.
You know, Sonny, sometimes you're like an evil little child.
Bon, rien d'autre pour le moment. Il y avait accès là-bas? Non, on peut pas passer. Le barman, peut-être, il a peut-être des infos. Il va peut-être me dire où je peux trouver la propriétaire. Ah, je peux pas l'observer. je ne le vois pas.
2 whiskeys, kid, and no horsing
Et au galop. Jeu de mots.
I've never heard that one before.
Encore jamais fait de celle-là. Comme la pub avec Franck Leboeuf.
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey, Longface, give me a glass of tap water too, okay?
Yes, sir. Coming right up. That wasn't exactly what I meant.
As I recall, you're always bragging about hiding your shotgun in your coat so well, no one can see it.
Sure. Maybe I have it.
Bon, on l'a vu 3 fois déjà.
What?
Well, do you see that bottle, Marty? That's a 28-year-old Golden Eagle whiskey.
Of all the furry gods, you're right.
And they've just left it on the bar. Someone ordered it, got so drunk he forgot all about it. So...
Salut Laetitia. Comment ça va? C'est quoi ce jeu? C'est Chicken Police, un jeu d'enquête. Un peu point and click du coup.
So we're confiscating it as evidence.
Yeah, well, more like stealing it. But if it's easier for you...
Ah, you're twisted, pal. But to be honest, I've no objections.
On commande 2 verres, puis après on prend voler une bouteille. Il lui faire l'inverse. Il faut lui voler la bouteille d'abord.
Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that guy when his, problems had gone too far.
You're treading on thin ice, Marty.
No, I just... Look, fellas at the station are talking, you know? All kinds of things. Moses, Plato, Bosco, and the others.
On fait aller style film de couleur des années 40-60. Avec des poulets, c'est ça. Mais pas que.
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About what an untrustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Good, and let it stay that way.
At least we're cracking this one together, yeah?
Sure,
On parle de la bouteille. Hein. Ceux à qui on n'a pas parlé, c'est ceux à gauche. Hein. Donc dans le doute. Ah oui, mais il y avait hymne. Comment je sais pas comment ça se dit. Est-ce que je lui parle directement? Peut-être pas, on était censé être discret. Peut-être pas avoir le choix, ou je peux peut-être au moins observer, je peux lui parler. Ah, je peux lui parler.
Isn't that?
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler in the flesh. So much for our incognito.
Il nous a peut-être déjà vu en fait.
You think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Great. On peut lui parler.
Just act nonchalant, my friend.
No, it can't be.
What now?
Is that Olivia?
Ruiz?
No,
Elle a changé.
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me, Marty McChicken.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The Rooster Coppers in person.
Chicken Police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say so. The name's...
Sunny Featherland, of course. Chicken Police. Your partner is,
Marty McChicken, sir. I just introduced myself to your lady companion seconds ago.
Vous êtes sourd?
Oh yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello, boys.
So, to what do we owe this pleasure, gentlemen?
Yeah, so, we
Dans le
were
quartier.
just in the neighborhood, and...
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood red paint. The usual stuff. You must be familiar with this kind of thing.
Oui, techniquement, il est pas concerné par l'affaire, hein, même si c'est un criminel, c'est pas lui le coupable finalement.
Oh yeah, indeed. It's nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter. But to be honest, I understand.
Trafic de drogue, tout
I
ça.
would have taken matters into my own hands, you see. But
Mr. Wessler had a
Il est pas
meeting
fini.
with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's...
Hamtaro.
If you would excuse us.
Je vais faire une tentative de prédiction. Je pense que le procureur général Hamtaro est un hamster.
oh,
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly, they're notoriously thorough. So, how can I help you?
Bah, elle est où ta femme?
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
Ah, je vais pouvoir l'interroger quand même? Il reste suspect. Nouvelle fonction demander. Ah non, demander. Bah, elle est où ta femme? C'est pas interroger.
Look, detective. If you want to know something, just ask.
All right, Mr. Wessler.
Ah oui, d'accord, et là j'ai interrogé. Je disais, mais il m'a rien dit. Deuxième interrogatoire après 2 heures.
Wessler's a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet.
Alors, Robert Dim, Wessler. Wessler est le genre sournois, bah, c'est ce qu'il vient de dire. Il est sournois. Ah, ma jauge de détective est pas dingue pour l'instant.
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
C'est vrai.
Good point.
Thank you.
C'est pas faux.
Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Il est méfiant. Pourquoi ne pas avoir appelé la police? T'as aucune des deux questions qui me semble ok là. Bon.
Why didn't you just call the police?
Huh? Why? What would have been the use of that? A few messages aren't enough for a case. You should know that.
Harassment makes for a case. So do threats.
Who were you trying to convince, Sonny? Huh? They would have laughed in my face. Anyway, you know, the police station. Once I set foot in there, I'm not coming out again.
C'est possible.
Your lawyers are too good for that, Ibn.
Yeah, I guess you're right, chicken.
Elle est moins 15 bim.
Why would anyone have reason to blackmail your girlfriend?
I don't know, maybe because she's my girlfriend?
You think that's enough?
It's plenty enough.
Good point.
Oh, are you finally getting to a point? Or do you really want to dig around in my private life? Because, people who do that end up in the alley, if you catch my drift.
Comment ça?
Very much so, Mr. Wessler. Wessler is tougher than I thought, and he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush.
Plus 10. Il soupe au lait. Vous êtes proches, vous deux? C'est beaucoup de temps par ici.
Were there any similar incidents in Natasha's past?
Quel est votre projet? Pourquoi faites-vous tout ça? Pourquoi êtes-vous ici, monsieur Wessler? Quel est votre but? Attention, l'acquisition rennaise arrive à grands pas.
I mean, threats, blackmail, enemies are insane fans. Psychopath pianists, perhaps.
I don't know about enemies, but she's a celebrity. A star shining bright in Clawville's night sky. Do you understand? She gets endless fan mail. It could be anybody. I wouldn't overreact.
Natasha doesn't feel that way.
C'est quoi ses yeux? Calmez-vous.
I've noticed.
Je vois qu'il clignait beaucoup et la coup. Très effrayant. Il arrive lentement là, vers les détails, les infos, la précision, les cibles potentielles, suspects potentiels. On a dit il faut tourner autour du pot, ça c'est pas trop ça.
Do you think one of her fans is the culprit?
Attends. Dans les jeux, avec des voix anglaises... Non, je pense pas. C'est surprenant. Il y en a une... Il y a un jeu où j'ai fait avec des voix anglaises il y a pas longtemps. Parce que c'est une grosse connerie. Non, c'était pas ça que j'aurais dû taper. Ah non, rien à voir. Tu m'avais dit c'était qui? Thierry Shale? Non. Ça faisait un peu des voix de Red Dead quand même. Hein. Non. Fausse piste. Bon, j'en regarde.
Someone who can't take rejection, maybe.
Avec moi, ça marche. De quoi donc?
Why not? It's quite common.
It's a typical motive, indeed. Any ideas who it could be?
Yeah. Attorney General Hamtaro is obsessed with Natasha. But he's, more like the kiss on the hand, flowers bowing type. Throwing bricks through the window is not his style. I can't think of anybody else. Or rather, I can think of everybody else. About half the city, actually.
Des interrogatoires qui marchent.
I get it.
Ah. Non, jamais. À aucun moment, il nous l'a bien fait comprendre. On n'a pas déjà posé une question du genre? Ou on l'avait pas choisi? Il a l'air de vouloir poser la question de E2. Hein. Est-ce qu'on arriverait à des connaissances proches qui ont suscité la jalousie?
Have there been similar threats in the past?
Right to the point, yeah? I get it. But sadly, this is a dead end, my friend. No threats like these, whether you believe it or not.
Ça me faisait penser un peu à la voix d'Arthur Morgan, en fait, mais pas tout à fait.
Well, it really seems like a dead end, so I'll just back up and try from a different angle.
Ok.
You do that.
Non mais jamais ça. Ouais, c'est ça qu'il fallait demander. Tête de souris. Je sais pas si c'est souris ou rat. J'ai pas accès au menu là. Enfin, j'ai pas accès au codex.
The mob boss and the pussycat, eh? How did you even meet?
Huh? Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora, so I accidentally let some big secret slip out, huh?
Tout à fait.
A simple answer would work.
You know, Natasha, she's both connoisseur and muse. So, how was it? When was it exactly?
You don't remember? That's strange.
Ah, yeah. The Millions, of course. It was like another lifetime. It happened right here. Only this place was called the Millions back then. She was a dancer. Behind the scenes, I arranged opportunities for her on the big stage. Yeah, maybe she still doesn't know it was me. Then one day, I invited her for a drink with a promise that if she was willing to meet me, I'd buy the place for her.
I guess she was willing.
The next day, she had the club in her name.
Ancien proprio?
Well, that is romantic.
Yeah, there are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap and there's expensive. You get what you can afford.
Do you live in the same house as Natasha?
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah, at my place in Gold Town. But she has her own kind of a weekend house.
How often does she use the weekend house?
Chaque week-end.
Yeah.
Ah non, un
Every
week-end
other
sur deux.
weekend, roughly.
C'est la maison du week-end sur deux alors. C'est pas la week-end house, c'est la... B-Weeks. Non, je sais pas.
I see. That's very important information.
Yeah, if you say so.
Est-ce qu'on insiste là-dessus?
Is she completely alone when she's there at the weekend?
As I've told you, Natasha's a free woman, huh? She's an adult. She doesn't need an escort. Or, she didn't need one until now.
Are you afraid for her? You know, a big star like her, alone in that house.
I never said a black car doesn't drive by 2 or 3 times a day, but, it's just caution. Huh. I'm not a monster after all, am I?
I suppose not.
Ah, voilà. On est obligé de la poser quand même.
So Natasha
C'est ce qu'il fallait
feels
faire.
like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but, in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Ah, la roulette.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. Yeah, right.
Comment ça?
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
4. Correct. C'est un vrai équipier, c'est pas pareil qu'au bon vieux temps, mais c'est le même commentaire du coup, parce que j'ai la même note. Indice important, Ibn s'efforce de changer de sujet quand on évoque les menaces, de toute évidence. Il n'en sait plus qu'il le prétend. Ok. Pas mal.
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that.
On a vu où on s'était trompé, hein, clairement. Donc maintenant tu feras peut-être un bon inquisiteur. Ah, sur Sherlock, c'était pas trop ça quand même. Hein. Ah, il y a eu du temps quand même qui est passé. Bon, on a fait mieux. On a fait mieux dans Crime and Punishment que Devil's Daughter. Donc finalement, il y a un progrès. Là où je suis passé de 1/4 à la moitié, là finalement je fais 4 étoiles sur 5. Peut-être retourner sur With Revolution pour m'entraîner, c'est ça. Mais With Revolution, le tout, c'est pas de savoir si la personne est innocente ou coupable. L'idée, c'est de savoir si on veut la libérer ou la condamner. C'est pas pareil.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know, for old time's sake.
Je suis pas sûr qu'elle te connaisse.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen.
Ok.
Goodbye.
Bon, en tout cas, elle ne te connaissait pas.
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
Ah, le spectacle. C'est la même chose que maintenant. Wispy elle est contente. Meilleur jeu.
Sonny.
Chloe's still lying in my bed.
C'est un poulet littéralement.
It's dead.
Ah oui, les chats ils aiment bien la volaille. Hein. je le confirme.
That was, unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Accent russe, lui il avait un petit accent asiatique, j'avais l'impression.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
En même temps, Natacha, c'est vrai que c'est très connoté russe.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
You were amazing, dear, as always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
But of course.
Cocktail.
Ibn will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
On va sortir Bertha.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny. You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Hey.
I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes back.
Le signal de toquage de porte.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin. But I was a cop, and a lifetime wouldn't be enough to rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance.
Du coup, avant de continuer, ça fait plus de 2 heures voilà, qu'on est sur le jeu. On va faire une pause de 5 minutes. Est-ce que vous voulez qu'on continue sur Chicken Police ou est-ce que vous voulez qu'on passe sur un autre jeu, genre une petite heure? Je laisse en décider dans le chat et on se retrouve tout de suite après. A tout de suite. Ah, tu pars tout de suite, monsieur Cabotin, ou bientôt? Ok. Et heureux. Hop. Bon, du coup, on va continuer encore un petit peu, puis je pense qu'après, j'irai miam un petit truc. Aller me coucher. Du coup. Et reparti. Hop. Hop, joli petit tableau. En effet.
Gee, that is a unique picture and kind of daring. I admit I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories. A precious old friend of mine. A most wonderful artist.
Est-ce que tu aimes ce tableau, Whisper?
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
On est d'accord que du coup sa robe elle est un peu transparente finalement. C'est pas sa couleur.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not on purpose anyway.
Que je t'aime pas, ni tes streams, juste je vais m'écouter, je vais m'écrouler encore sur mon PC.
Oh, you're funny.
Alors, je vais éteindre la lumière. Hein. Je m'en vais. J'ai quoi dans mon inventaire? Ah, j'ai la bouteille. Oh, ça éteint derrière. Ah non, c'est un truc qui clignote, une enseigne. Les collectibles.
This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and dangerous combination.
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely
room. Il y a 5 minutes, même pas.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
Ah, c'est vrai que c'est vous passez trop de temps avec Lewis.
It must be exhausting.
It is. but you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
You do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Oh, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure.
Interrogé.
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger.
C'est remarquable.
That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Elle a quand même un petit côté chat 2. Hein. C'est pas quelle est la vraie couleur de son pelage. Et si on mettait les deux à côté?
Sadly, I don't have the time, but the stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year, and always with a new song.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yes.
Elle est sûre d'elle, on lui fait des compliments, on lui dit voilà, c'est tout ce que vous entreprenez. Ça, je le sens pas trop. Là, c'est un peu la critique quand même.
The place is very elegant, and so's your room.
Why, thank you.
I kind of feel like I'm in a museum.
Well, that depends on the kind of museum.
Ah, d'antiquité.
The kind with nice things.
Oh.
Oh.
Suspiciously nice things, just like you.
Énigmatique.
Do you think I'm suspicious?
We'll see about that.
Je vote Natacha.
Try me.
Pourquoi?
Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats?
Those who admire me usually idolize me. No, I don't think it's one of them.
You know, the soul of an animal is extremely complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a bad look or some small rejection to turn admiration into hate.
That's a stillborn theory. No one hates me if they once loved me, Mr. Detective.
Ah, I see.
Elle est froide. C'est sur côté froid qu'elle vient pas. Pour le matériel, on peut demander, hein, je pense.
Do you have any material evidence concerning the threats?
You may think I'm irresponsible, but I didn't keep any of it. I simply couldn't bear to look at them.
Didn't you think maybe the police would need it?
I didn't think I needed the police. Moreover, do you think the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler could ever turn to the cops?
Mais moi, je veux bien des preuves. Ça peut
I
m'aider.
see. So, what about me? How do I come into the picture?
It sounds ridiculous, but you're my last hope.
That does sound ridiculous, but I accept my ego and old habits.
You can't do anything else, can you?
Something like that. A leopard can't change its spots.
Comme le barman.
Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know.
On a une belle jauge.
What was in those threats, exactly?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
Tout à fait.
So,
You really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
I guess I do.
La bourge.
Yes, I think I know what it could be.
Whore.
Patin.
Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall in giant red letters.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
Che. Je suis sûr de vous faire oublier jamais. Elle est confiante. Oui, Filmar, il nous avait parlé là. Il avait dit qu'il avait les infos. Est-ce qu'on ressort ça? Elle confirme pour elle la relation n'est pas dangereuse. Et ça, pourquoi pas. J'hésite entre la 2 et la 4. Ouais, la 4.
What about Fillmore? Is he here because of you?
Mr. Lowe helped me before, and yes, he was the first I approached.
You've managed to curb my enthusiasm a little.
Doesn't keeping 2 irons in the fire give me a better chance? But you don't have to worry. He didn't find anything. And he's not interested anymore, no matter how much I offer to pay him.
Why?
You'll have to ask him.
I think I'll do that.
C'était prévu. On n'a jamais eu de moins pour l'instant. Ça sent bon le 5 étoiles.
So it's not a fan and not an inside job. Who do you suspect?
Ça nous l'a jamais confirmé, je crois, parce qu'on n'a pas fait les autres questions.
Aren't you supposed to know that?
Ah.
Usually, yes.
J'aurais dû être plus précis.
But I've got nothing to go on. And you don't have a hunch.
Maybe I do. But first, I want to know if you'll even accept my case.
I'm here, aren't I?
That's true, but I must know if I can trust you.
The proof of the pudding is in the eating.
I wish it was that simple.
Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here.
Peut-être que je demande plus précisément. Ouais. Oh bah ça n'a rien changé. Ah oui. Ma
Let's
femme.
stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Ne soyez pas si cynique.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
I did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Cluck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing.
On va peut-être pas insister là-dessus.
What exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them, whoever they are, and...
Whatever it takes?
Not exactly, but something like that.
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes, I wouldn't take the case.
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha. Don't be ashamed.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue.
Ah, monsieur Capotin, l'argent n'est pas un problème. C'est une solution. Ah bah là, j'ai tout bon, là. 90%. Voilà, vrai détective. Incroyable. Les légendaires inspecteurs Poulet sont de retour, encore un peu fatigués, mais toujours irréprochables. Beau boulot. Alors, on n'a pas 100%. Est-ce qu'on pouvait avoir 100%? Peut-être. Il y a peut-être une question encore mieux qu'une que j'avais choisie. Indice important, la menace, ou plutôt le mot qui constitue la menace dans les messages que Natasha a reçus est simplement putain. C'est bref, mais ça en dit long. C'est un mot que Ximzi dit souvent, c'est louche. Suivi d'un sa mère d'ailleurs. Faudrait enquêter de ce côté-là.
Just one more thing, Sonny.
Natasha?
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
Merci encore pour ce stream, je pars me coucher, bonne nuit, bonne soirée à tous, à bientôt, des bisous. Des bisous monsieur Cabotin, merci d'avoir été là, à très bientôt, j'espère que ça t'a plu. N'hésite pas à me dire ce que tu penses du jeu, puis vous aussi dans le chat, hein. Même si j'ai eu quelques avis. Et passe une bonne nuit. Donc on va pas tarder à arrêter, de toute façon je pense qu'on va aller à la prochaine save et on va arrêter là, ça fera un bon endroit pour couper.
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and now?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Ça fait penser à Sin City, à une BD où le héros c'est un détective à tête de chat noir. Je sais plus comment ça s'appelle. Est-ce que c'est Miraculous Ladybug? Non. Avec chat noir. Pas du tout. Ah, si, je vois. Quelque chose sad. Black Sad, j'ai un doute. Ça, Black Sad Under the Skin, que j'ai jamais fait mais que j'ai vu les images. Ah oui, c'est ça, merci. Tu les avais fait ces jeux ou tu les avais vus?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets.
Juste vu, ok. La BD. Les jeux. Ok.
I knew you would understand.
Ah, il y avait des BD pour les deux? Des BD. Des bandes dessinées.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know...
Please, this is very important to me.
Sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Musique synchro, c'était peut-être fait exprès. Ok, et ben là je vais peut-être pouvoir... Ah bah non, elle a surlancé. Ça, je pense, ou ça sauvegarde tout seul. Hein. Sinon ça me proposerait de sauvegarder. Retour au menu. Voilà, ça laisse relancer. Du coup, on va s'arrêter là pour ce soir. Comme ça me laissera un peu de temps pour manger avant d'aller au dodo. J'espère que ça vous a plu. On en refera si vous voulez. On fera à la suite. Quoi d'autre que l'autre? Je sais plus ce que je disais. Des bisous YouTube. À très bientôt pour une prochaine VOD.